Welcome to practice. I'm Casey and this is May, and today we will be continuing with our Yin Yoga for the Enneagram. We are on Enneagram Type 9. This is our final Yinneagram video, our final Enneagram. Enneagram Type 9s are known as being peacemakers or wallflowers. This is our 25-minute video. If you would like to watch the 60-minute practice, I put that on last week. That just has 60 minutes of postures as well as a lot more information about the Enneagram. If you haven't already watched my intro to the series video, I would suggest at some point popping over to my channel page and doing that, as I discuss a lot of things with the Enneagram in depth in that video that I don't in each individual videos. If you'd like to bring along props today, all that I used were a blanket and a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, I would just suggest a bedroom pillow or 2 couch cushions. We're kind of looking for length. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do that and give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. When you are ready, meet me back here in a comfortable seat and let's jump right in. For all the folds in this practice, I will be sitting up on a blanket to deepen the tilt of the pelvis. If you'd like to join me in this modification, sit up on a folded blanket. From a seated position, place the soles of your feet together. The distance from heel to groin is up to you. Begin to fold over, either staying on your hands, forearms, or come to the floor. In Yin, because we are gently holding postures for a good length of time, your spine can be rounded if that feels comfortable in your body. If a rounded back is not comfortable, sit straight up and hinge until your back starts to round. Back out a bit and hold there. Remember, you can take modifications using props if you would like. Maybe place blankets under the knees or fold down onto a pillow. One thing to note about the Enneagram is that a person is their type but can behave differently when in a healthy, average, or unhealthy range. A 9 in the average health range will fear conflicts, so they become self-effacing and accommodating, idealizing others and going along with their wishes. They will say yes to things they do not really want to do. They may minimize problems to appease others and to have peace. Stubborn, fatalistic, and resigned, as if nothing could be done to change anything. Unhealthy 9s can be highly repressed, undeveloped, and ineffectual. They feel incapable of facing problems, becoming obstinate, dissociating self from all conflicts. A healthy 9, however, is deeply receptive, accepting, unself-conscious, emotionally stable, serene, innocent, and simple. Patient, unpretentious, good-natured, genuinely nice people. Slowly bring the torso up. Using your hands, close the knees. Come to a tabletop position, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Slide your right knee to your right wrist, keeping the right foot around the left knee. Inch the right ankle towards the left wrist. Allow the left leg to sink back behind you. Feel into your body to find a comfortable swan shape. If the hips are far off the floor, place a prop under the right buttock. Mindfully fold over. You may stay on the palms or move to forearms or the floor. Don't forget you can always place a pillow under your torso. The deadly sin or passion of the Type 9 is sloth. The sloth of nines is more spiritual and mental than physical in nature. In her book, Millenniagram, Hannah Posh calls the nine's sin apathy instead of sloth. Nines are disconnected from the passion and motivational forces necessary to engage in life. To tap into that fire and drive, a nine would upset their general equilibrium, which is what nines covet and strive to maintain. They tend to cling to the status quo and sleep to their desires and dreams, thus, metaphorically, sleep through their own life. Gently bring your torso up. Shift your weight to the right hip. Then bring your left leg out long in front of you. Bring the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Sit up on a blanket if you are using one today. Inhale
exhale, fold over the left leg. Remember, this is not about how far you can get your nose to your leg. This is about feeling a sensation that is interesting in your body. A general rule of thumb for folds is to bend the knee if you want to get into the low back. Straighten the knee to get into the hamstrings. In her book, The Enneagram, Helen Palmer writes, "The habitual preoccupations of the nines include replacement of essential needs with inessential substitutes. The most important things are left to the end of the day. Trouble with decisions. Do I agree or disagree? Do I want to be here or don't I? Acting through habit and by repeating familiar solutions. Ritualism. Difficulty in saying no. Containment of physical energy and anger. Control through stubbornness and passive aggression. A way of paying attention that reflects other people's positions, which can lead to difficulty in maintaining a personal position, but also the development of a marked ability to sense others' inner experience, similar to point 2, the giver." Come on back up. Let both legs go long in front of you. Plant the palms behind you like kickstands and do some windshield wiper motions with your feet, or bend the knees and do the wiper movements. Come to a tabletop position. Slide your left knee to your left wrist, keeping the left foot around the right knee. Inch the left ankle towards the right wrist. Allow the right leg to sink back behind you. Remember to take whatever modifications feel right on this side, which may be different than the right side. Fold to whatever depth feels good. Maybe you aren't a 9, but you know or love one. Understanding the Enneagram helps us to love the people around us better by communicating to and interacting with them in the best way. I love Abby Howe's entire YouTube channel about the Enneagram, but I especially love what she has to say about how to love each type. She says even though 9s avoid conflict basically at all costs, that conflict can create intimacy. So, as a loved one of a 9, don't shy away from conflict because they will let you. Approach it gingerly and with the clear understanding that their voice matters. Don't call them lazy. This is a big deal for 9s. If you see your 9 dropping into sedentary behaviors, it may indicate an upset under the surface. Give them the space and safety to talk with you about this. Become an accountability partner to your 9 if you get permission. 9s can tend to let their dreams and wants slide for convenience and to avoid conflict. Ask your 9 to share some short or long-term goals and assist them in their dreams. Hold them accountable to their progress. Lastly, as we have discussed, the 9s can morph into those around them, which might be you. Encourage them to have their own interests and identity apart from yours. Slowly bring your torso up. Shift your weight to the left hip. Then bring your right leg out long in front of you. Bring the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Sit up on a blanket if you are using one. Inhale, exhale, fold over the right leg. It is important once we learn about something to take it into our lives. Here are a few practical things to take off your mat and into your life. 9s. Spend some time researching or asking around to discover a task management system that can help you keep up momentum to the things that are important to you. This will feel uncomfortable, but recognize that comfort usually comes from our routine, and eventually this will feel more natural. Stay awake to the reality that you have a propensity to morph into your closest loved ones. You matter. Don't get lost here. Hold on to what you love and who you are. Read books or fill out a journal prompt notebook that can help you discover your true self. Lastly, ask yourself this question: what is my calling in life? Am I pursuing or postponing it to keep the peace? Gently bring the torso up. Let both legs go long in front of you. Plant the palms behind you and do the wiper motions with legs long or bent knees. Make your way onto your back for Shavasana. Before settling into our resting posture, check that you have released all tension. Let your feet rest where they want. Release any tightness in the thighs. Let your fingers curl in by your sides. Unclench the throat, jaw, eyes. Imagine the feeling of heavy resting on your body, resting on the mat. Here are a few mantras to repeat to yourself. You may wish to write them on Post-its, in your notes, or on a mirror. Remind yourself of these truths often. I have them written in the description. My life belongs to me. I follow through to the end. I am not another. I am present to the world around me. My presence matters. Mentally bring your awareness back into your relaxed body. Take note of the space around you. Engage your toes, your fingers, your ankles, your wrists. Roll onto your side. Keeping your eyelids closed, gently press up into a seat. If you aren't a 9, I hope you have discovered ways to love the 9s in your life. Beloved peacemakers, wallflowers, mediators, your opinions, voice, and feelings are important to our world. Your presence is important here. Please be brave and discover your true self. Please bring this person into our world. We so need your harmony and equanimity, but we need the truth, not a mirror image. Bring the palms of your hands together at your forehead. Deep inhale one last time. Open mouth, exhale. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and to that freedom for all. Namaste.